Hello, I'm Gus Downing, and with us today from Bass Security is Dale Bass, President and CEO, and Joe Mignon, Vice President. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you tonight?
We're terrific.
Good.
Nice to see you, Gus.
Nice to see you. Dale, can you tell us a little bit about Bass Security, the history, the long tenure of your organization and such, and the structure and so on?
Well, we started 37 years ago, and we're beginning our 38th year, of course. And what we've tried to do is focus on the loss prevention industry and all the components and pieces that go along with that industry, such as alarms, fire, EAS, access control, locks and keys, and so forth. We try not to get off on any tangents. We stay within our boundaries of the loss prevention community. And we also participate in the construction world as well, which carries on along the loss prevention program. Our organizational structure does have some depth. I have Joe Mignon, who's our Vice President of Sales and Marketing. We have Ron Brown, who's our Vice President of Operations. And our CFO is Ken Clausen. Below that, we have a whole host of teams that report up through that structure. And it quite frankly works very effectively. We have collectively over 80 years together in the industry.
Mm-hmm. And Joe, you've spent the last couple of years building a national sales effort, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We've put together national account managers all across the United States, Gus, to support the retail industry. Mm-hmm. And it's been a 5-year program so far, and we can continue to see the same in 2012, continue to see the growth happening.
How's the success of the team been? I mean, that's a huge effort for you, hiring that many people.
You know, it's been wonderful. Actually, 2011 was another banner year for our company. We saw double-digit growth 10 years in a row in our organization. Mm-hmm. And it's because of the additional manpower we brought on across the United States to focus on the retail LP community.
Now, Dale, you bought a company in Nashville recently, the last couple of years.
I did.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. They are a contract hardware house, steel doors, frames, and locking hardware. And how that fits into our realm is we are generally retail-based organization. Mm-hmm. 95 cents on every dollar we bring in is through the retail swim lane. And so we thought it would be a perfect fit in helping our structure with, in bringing together the construction, facilities, and loss prevention groups.
And what do they do exactly for the viewers? What does Gertman do?
They supply doors and frames in new construction and remodel.
Okay.
In the remodel.
And then with Bass Security's expertise in locking and all the physical security hardware and such, there's a natural fit.
There has been.
Yeah. And how's the business going for you?
Terrific. Terrific. It's just, I feel that the business is coming out of the crater of, America and the structure of what's been going on. And I think that 2012 looks much brighter than the past couple of years.
If you were to look at your company, what would be the one strength of Bass Security? If you were to put it just down to one, what is it?
Well, I would say by far it's our ability to focus on each individual customer's needs. Instead of treating each customer the same, we look at each customer's needs and create business plans both internally and externally to make sure that they're met. Mm-hmm. And that really makes us unique.
How was 2011 for you? And what do you expect 2012 to bring?
2011 was terrific. Again, as Joe mentioned, we've had double-digit growth, and we are expecting double-digit growth again in 2012. We're really focused on process improvement, faster speed, more communication to the customer in 2012 than ever before.
With all the technological changes and advancements in the industry, how is Bass staying up with all of that?
Well, that's a great question, Gus. I would say over the past 3 or 4 years, we've seen drastic changes in our business model in the industry as we see the IT organizations of our customers get more actively involved in the solutions we provide. We've had to go through major training programs with our internal team, getting them better educated on IT solutions. So it's been exciting. It also creates great opportunities for our company as we see our customers start to change technologies at the stores.
Mm-hmm.
We've also brought on some key folks in specific areas that are tasked with bringing us new products in the industry, so we're always staying up on that area of the business.
Can you tell us about your customer service model? I mean, that's one of the big things out there the last few years is, the customer service model, getting that customer taken care of out there in the field. Can you talk to that?
Sure. Well, we have two large brick and mortar facilities, one in Cleveland, Ohio, and one in Nashville, Tennessee. And both of those facilities house our project managers and project coordination team. We run 24/7 call centers to work with our customers no matter where they are in North America. And I guess probably one of the greatest attributes that we have as a company is we've created a team approach where all of our emails, all of our phone calls don't get answered by one, but get answered by a team of 6 or 7 employees that are totally focused on that one customer. And that gives us the ability to make sure that we're driving the results we need for them.
How many shows you go to in a year?
Well, we do 5 major national shows, and we do just a host of regional shows and a host of customer-based shows. Customers have their annual LP events that we go to. So I would say all in all, upwards in the neighborhood of 18 or 20 shows.
Now, you're also doing a couple of shows on your own. Last year, I remember you doing one in Cleveland, and I believe you did one in Nashville.
Yes, we did.
Can you talk to us about that and the value that it contributes and adds?
Well, what we've tried to do is put on small boutique shows in a few markets across the United States, where what we've tried to do is make it a venue where our internal employees can get trained and educated on the latest in technologies, and we've also opened it up to some of our key customers for the same reason, and we've had some great results with it.
Can you also talk about what differentiates Bass? What makes Bass stand out?
Well, I think, Dale mentioned one thing, and it really hits home with most of the customers we talk to, and that is we are totally focused on retail. And those aren't just words. He said 95 cents of every dollar we generate comes from the retail market. We don't do homes, we don't do government, we don't do banking, we don't do hotels, we do retail.
So
And
you're
that's our
focused on
strength.
retail.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So, given the tough economy, given everything that's going on, how do you see the future? Not just from a Bass perspective, but from the perspective of the LP industry. How do you see it?
Well, I think, again, as we said earlier, there's a lot of change as it relates to technology. I think the loss prevention industry as a whole is gaining more traction in retail. We're seeing executive level positions in the LP community now that there wasn't before in retail. So certainly there's a major focus. It's a great way for retailers to improve that bottom line profitability by driving the LP initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
So I see the LP community growing and being in great shape in the future.
Thanks for your input. And I want to thank you for appearing today. And that's it for this version or edition of the LP News Network.